Let's talk about the big shift that's happening on planet Earth that was always, you know, predicted by different groups of people and mystics and, you know, forever. Earth seems to go through these cycles. We're in a very interesting time period right now because things are changing rapidly and people are starting to awaken to the realization that we live in a mental universe. It's really consciousness that when we focus on is driving everything. I learned this when I had my spontaneous healing of cancer. I used to think that my body was controlling me. And when I needed a healing and I went to someone who opened up my thought and I connected with my higher self and that divine part of me that is connected to God and is in the Christ consciousness, I was able to reverse a situation by just reversing my thought. I went from fear-based thinking to freedom, from, believing that my body was controlling me to realizing that I have dominion over my body. And if I want to, I can just change my thought in order to change the cells in my body. And you can do the same thing. It's very hidden from the five senses, but if you're open-minded and you're a believer and you find a teaching that works for you, I believe all the teachings are leading to the same place: freedom, unity with the divine consciousness, oneness. And that's where we're all headed. We just take different paths because we all have different personalities and different backgrounds and different cultures, and we're not all the same. But we are very similar. Having traveled the world as a crew member, I found out the similarities between all of us all over the world. It's just fascinating. And when you really get to know people from obscure countries that you might have never thought about visiting, you find out we have so much commonality, all of us. And the only thing that's messing it up is this negative energy that people like to project out there to make everyone think that you're supposed to not like a certain group or a certain type or a certain country. That's all crazy. There's no reason we can't all get along. We just need to go within and work on ourselves. And the more we work on ourselves, the less we want to be judgmental or full of negative emotion, because when you understand that everything you think and feel, you're doing to yourself. You're not doing it to anyone else. You are doing it to yourself. So you need to free yourself from all these negative emotions so that you can open yourself up to all the blessings that want to come your way, because that's when you're living in flow. Synchronicities happen. And not a lot of people think this is new age, but it's really old age. The ancients that built these amazing civilizations that we can't even explain how they moved the rocks to put together these temples and pyramids and structures all over the world. We have no clue how they did it. They had this wisdom, this knowledge, and it's time for us to begin to understand that we live in a very conscious universe. And if we want to, we can understand and perfect and do anything we want in a positive way. I hope that helps. I'm teaching a Silva Ultramind seminar in January. And if you want to learn how to get down to that level of consciousness where you can use your imagination, your creative visualization, your higher self, connecting with that in order to find answers and solve problems and be a better thinker and more productive human being, join me in January. Check it out. It's on my website, RebeccaTripp.com.